Hey folks, Alfie here, welcome back to the channel, thank you for watching. In this episode I'm going to work on the CB450S from 86-87, a really old bike, and the bike does not want to start up with a button. The owner himself did swap the engine after the engine did start up, but after like a few start did not anymore. So we're gonna work, we agreed on to first thing first to try to start up the bike on his own. Now it starts with a push start, so there could not be any major problem with the cylinders itself. We will get through a few things already. He has been replaced the original block because the starter clutch been worn down, so he couldn't start it, and he couldn't find any replacement. And with new engine did start, after a few starts it's just shut down. When I did go to take a look, we did try with another battery to give some extra power. It didn't work, so I think there could be a problem with the starter motor itself. Luckily he has a spare one, so first I'm gonna do some tests, and then I think just gonna need to swap the starter or something else. I hope it's not a biggie, because for push start the bike runs on her own. So let's get to check her out. So let's see what's going on. Put on the ignition, it's nothing now, and if I press the button, just hear clicking the relay itself, and even it has a movement, so that means the relay is activating, so the power should come out from the battery. And then I'm gonna check the battery, what is the voltage. If it's good, then I'm gonna move on. I may gonna try to bypass it, but then probably the starter motor is low. Now let's start on the battery. Let's see what is the current into the battery. 11.77. It's a little bit low, but should be enough. I'm gonna hook it up for charge, and then look at the relay first, and then later at the starter itself. Now I did hook up the jump starter to see maybe it's just a low battery voltage. No, it's still the same clicking. So now I have to find out what's going on over here. I'm gonna check the starter motor. I'm gonna try to give it direct positive and see will she work or not. So a few weird things are going on with this bike. I did check some connections, and I accidentally blew a fuse, but I did replace. But after that the bike does not start anymore if the clutch is not applied, because of the safety switch, and it's still clicking in every position. And the other weird thing is, this is the relay. Here comes the positive, and it gets the sign for the ignition. This should pull in, click, and then it should show the two connection point inside, and the positive from here should go to there. And the weird thing is, I cannot measure any connection between them, and even if I do try to hotwiring it, it does not give any reaction at all. So that's a weird thing. And when I do try the start button, I should measure some connection between the two sides. When it's applied the pressure, but it's not happening. So that could be, maybe this is the false part, but it's still weird why I cannot jump it. So I pull out the starter, did try to check on the battery, and it's not spinning. I did try the spare one. That's it. So now I'm gonna put this one in the bike and then see where she starts up or not. So now the other starter is on. Let's see what's happening now. Now it's spinning, just the battery is weak, which is really easy to solve. I'm gonna put her on to charge, but first I'm just gonna hook up the jump starter, but actually now it's turning over, which is a good news. So it seems only the starter motor was the problem. Now I'm just gonna put on the jump starter and then let's see how she runs. So now she did warm up a little bit and recharge the battery, and now she starts like this. Which is really good. So yeah, actually it turns out it was only the starter motor, and yeah, that part is done actually, so it was a quick job. I don't know why I wasn't able to measure anything on the relay, but this is runs now. I'm gonna reach out the owner what's the further to do with the bike. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. If you like this, see you in the next one. Bye bye.